There is a specific sequence of habits that separates a diesel engine that reaches 150,000 kilometers from one that reaches 800,000 on the same block. It is not the brand, it is not expensive oil, it is not luck. It is a maintenance philosophy that has been refined over decades in Japan and almost completely ignored everywhere else. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what that sequence is, why each step matters specifically for a diesel, and how to start applying it today. Before we get into the method, you need to understand one thing that most people get completely wrong about diesel engines. A diesel is not harder to look after than a petrol engine. It is just different. Diesel engines run at lower revs, produce their power through compression rather than spark ignition, and are built with heavier, more robust internals. That is why they can outlast petrol engines by hundreds of thousands of kilometers when treated correctly. The problem is that diesel engines also have components that are uniquely sensitive to neglect. The turbocharger, the fuel injectors, and the cooling system can all fail, catastrophically and expensively, if you apply casual maintenance habits to a machine that does not tolerate them. The Japanese understood this decades ago. Here is the system they built around it. Step 1. The cold start protocol, and why diesel owners get this wrong in a specific way. You may have heard that modern engines do not need a warm-up period. Start it and drive. That advice is debatable for petrol engines. For a diesel with a turbocharger, it can be genuinely destructive. Here is why. When your diesel sits overnight, oil drains back into the sump. The turbocharger bearings, which spin at up to 240,000 revolutions per minute, left with almost no oil film on the shaft. When you start the engine, it takes several seconds for oil pressure to build and for that film to reach the turbo. Industry data from turbocharger manufacturers confirms that running a turbo without oil for just 5 seconds causes as much damage as running an entire engine without oil for 5 minutes. Metal contacts metal at extreme speed and temperature, and that damage is cumulative. You cannot see it and happening. You will see it 3 or 4 years later when your turbo fails and the repair quote arrives. Japanese diesel drivers follow a specific cold start ritual. They start the engine and let it idle for 45 to 60 seconds without touching the accelerator. They then drive gently for the first 5 to 10 minutes, keeping revs low until the temperature gauge reaches normal operating range. This is not about fuel economy. It is specifically about giving the oil time to circulate fully through the turbocharger before it is placed under load. It costs you nothing except a small amount of patience, and it is arguably the single most important habit for protecting a turbocharged diesel engine. Step 2. Oil changes driven by conditions, not just the calendar. Japanese high-mileage diesel drivers treat oil changes as a discipline, not a chore they get to when they remember. But here is what makes their approach different from simply changing oil frequently. They adjust their intervals based on how the engine is being used, rather than just clocking up mileage and waiting for a reminder. This matters more in a diesel than in any other engine type, because diesel combustion produces soot and byproducts that contaminate oil faster than petrol combustion does. An engine used predominantly for short urban trips never fully warms up, never burns off moisture, and accumulates contamination in the oil faster than the odometer suggests. A vehicle doing regular long motorway runs in the same kilometers will have cleaner oil. Japanese fleet operators, particularly those running diesel vehicles through heavy city traffic, documented oil change intervals of every 3,500 to 6,000 miles. That is roughly 5,600 to 9,600 kilometers. Under those conditions, their calculation was straightforward. Spending slightly more on oil changes per year saved thousands in engine repair costs over the vehicle lifetime. The lesson for diesel owners is this: do not just follow a mileage interval blindly. Think about how your engine is being used. Step 3. The fuel system, which is the part most diesel owners completely underestimate. This is where diesel-specific knowledge really separates itself from general car advice, and it is where the Japanese approach adds something genuinely important that most people never consider. Diesel injectors are precision instruments operating at injection pressures that can exceed 2,000 bars in modern common rail systems. At those pressures, even microscopic particles in the fuel cause measurable wear. Water in the fuel system at those pressures does not just cause corrosion. It acts like a cutting agent, physically eroding injector components from the inside. Studies in the diesel servicing industry have found that disciplined fuel filter replacement can extend injector life by up to 30% compared to vehicles where filters are neglected or changed only when symptoms appear. Japanese diesel operators change fuel filters proactively, not reactively. The standard interval used by high-mileage fleet operators is every 15,000 to 20,000 kilometers, depending on fuel quality and operating conditions. They also drain the water separator regularly, a simple task that most diesel owners never do until there is a problem. And critically, they never run fuel tanks below a quarter full. The fuel pump sits submerged in fuel, which keeps it cool. Running consistently low means the pump runs hotter, wears faster, and draws concentrated sediment from the bottom of the tank directly into the fuel system. It is a habit that costs nothing to change and quietly extends the life of one of the most expensive components in a diesel drivetrain. Step 4. Protecting the turbo at shutdown, not just at startup. Most diesel owners know they should warm an engine up gently. Far fewer know that how. You shut the engine down matters just as much, particularly after hard driving. A diesel turbocharger after sustained motorway use or hard acceleration can reach temperatures approaching 900 degrees Celsius on the turbine side. When you switch the engine off, oil circulation stops immediately, but the turbo continues to spin on residual momentum inside a housing that is now retaining extreme heat with no oil flow to dissipate it. This causes the oil still in the turbo bearings to bake, forming carbon deposits that restrict future oil flow. Over time, those deposits accumulate, progressively starving the turbo of lubrication during cold starts. The result is accelerated bearing wear that eventually becomes turbo failure. Japanese professional drivers and fleet operators follow a simple rule after hard use. Let the engine idle for 2 to 3 minutes before switching off. This allows oil to keep circulating through the turbo while it cools, preventing that heat-soaked damage. Some high-performance diesel vehicles come with turbo timers that automate this process. For everyone else, it is a simple habit. Park the car, leave it idling briefly, then switch off. Done correctly, this single practice meaningfully extends turbocharger lifespan in a way that no oil brand or additive can replicate. Step 5. Cooling system obsession and the $15 part that destroys engines. Japanese mechanics have a saying, "It is not oil that kills diesel engines most often. It is heat." And the data backs them up. Analysis of diesel engine failures in Japanese fleet vehicles found that a significant proportion traced back to cooling system neglect. Often not catastrophic failures, but slow, invisible degradation from microscopic overheating events that accumulated over years. The Japanese maintenance protocol for diesel cooling systems is systematic and non-negotiable. Coolant is flushed every 40,000 kilometers or 2 years, whichever comes first. Diesel-specific coolant is used, not generic antifreeze, because diesel coolants contain additional additives that protect against the higher operating pressures and temperatures these engines produce. The thermostat is replaced every 80,000 to 100,000 kilometers as a preventive measure, even when it appears to be functioning correctly. A thermostat that is beginning to stick, even intermittently, causes the engine to run hot under load in ways the temperature gauge may not clearly show until serious damage has already occurred. And then there is the radiator cap, a $15 component that almost nobody ever replaces. The radiator cap maintains system pressure, and a weakened cap allows coolant to boil at lower temperatures than it should. Every time that happens, even briefly, it stresses head gaskets, cylinder walls, and seals. Japanese fleet mechanics replace radiator caps every 50,000 kilometers, regardless of apparent condition. The cost of this habit over a vehicle's lifetime is trivial. The cost of ignoring it can be an engine. None of these steps are complicated. None of them require expensive products or specialist knowledge. What they require is consistency and an understanding of how a diesel engine actually works, which most drivers are simply never given.